Shalom. I want to begin a lesson off by giving all praise, honor, and glory to the Heavenly Father, Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushai, Bahashem, Rakaha Kodash. Double blessings and honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who taught me this truth through the spirit and power of Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushai. Back at y'all with another lesson through the spirit, man. Just wanted to talk about one of the headlines for today regarding that crash that happened over there in India. So yeah, man, you already know what the topic of the lesson is, man, and it's judgment, right? The Lord has been judging the earth more and more day by day. Like I say, man, as wickedness increases, that judgment is going to increase. As the days go on, the wickedness increase. As the days go on, the righteousness increase, right? Because we understand through the Spirit and through the Scriptures that an unjust balance is an abomination to the Lord, right? Roughly paraphrasing. So, with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and get into this article, read a few precepts, and Lord willing to be edifying to those out there listening and watching. I'm trying to see if I can pull this up on my TV real quick and possibly show y'all, because I did see some reports on it on the Al Jazeera news, but it looks like they went ahead and went on with whatever next topic they was going to talk about. But I was watching the video. Also, let me just say this real quick. Fair use, copyright disclaimer in 1976. This video I'm about to play or anything that I show in this lesson is for edification purposes, education purposes only. I'm not making any money from this video that I'm making. So YouTube, do not strike this down. I'm not making any money from it, not profiting off of it at all. Just trying to edify and educate those out there listening and watching. So with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and play this video. I do want to say this, though. Now, mind you, we've been having these plane crashes, or at least it seems like an increase in plane crashes in 2025 alone. At the beginning, I want to say January, it was a multitude of plane crashes, right? If you all can recall that. And it says, is this at the bottom ticker? Air India plane bound for London with more than 240 people on board crashed in Indian city of Ahmedabad. Police say at least 240 people deleted and more unaccounted for after Air India plane crashes into a building shortly after takeoff. The UN. Wait, okay, that was something else. All right, but yeah, that's what's going over on the ticker right now. I do want to say this though, and I'm not sure if this is gonna be the video that they play, because honestly, I just clicked on the first article I seen that came up. I'm also gonna go to another article and see if I can get a live update, because this is from a few hours ago. But I believe it was only one survivor, but I seen the one survivor who was walking. He was walking to the ambulance. He looked pretty shaken up though, but when I seen that many people perished and there was only one person that was still alive, I said, man, that dude must have mercy or favor from the Lord to have survived that. If you look at the video, man, like it's similar to, in my opinion, it's similar to what happened in Philadelphia with that plane crash. It's a literal mushroom cloud that covers the sky. That one, and I have that lesson up on my page as well as in my shorts, man. That it was a literal mushroom cloud, as if a bomb went off. So I think, this is just my opinion, that this might not have just been a plane. And even people in the reports, like when they was asking some of the common folk, like what had happened, or like bystanders, they said that they had heard an explosion, and then the plane crashed. So we're gonna see if this is what they play in the video. If not, I'll try and find one if I can. It's probably something on Twitter or something. So. Oh yeah, I didn't even see this. You see how big that explosion is, man? Look at that. I ought to try and see if I can find another angle or something. Damn, is it gonna load? This might be the only thing. This is the dude who survived. It says Air India B787. Some people think they hear the characteristic round sound of a Ram air turbine hydraulic emergency pump being deployed at the beginning of the crash video, and I agree. Planes of legend. Left antenna, right antenna, rat. Left antenna, right antenna, rat. Yeah, look at that, man. That's why I said it had to have been something in the airplane for it to have caused something like that big of an explosion, man. It says part 2, Air India B787. Some people think they hear the characteristic sound of a Ram air turbine hydraulic emergency pump being deployed at the beginning of the crash video, and I agree. A Ram air turbine serves as an emergency source of electrical and hydraulic power. It has no operating time limits, airspeeds, or altitudes. In flight, the rat deploys automatically if any of the following occur. Both engines have failed. All 3 hydraulic systems pressures are low. Loss of all electrical power to captains and first officers, flight instruments. Loss of all 4 EMPs and faults in the flight control system occur on approach. Loss of all 4 EMPs and an engine fails on takeoff or landing. The rat can be deployed manually if necessary by pushing the Ram air turbine switch on the hydraulic panel. This is some of the stuff you can take screenshots of this. I'm not about to read all of this shit. I'm sorry, but this ain't a part of my list. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and get into these articles though. It says a British national miraculously survived the Air India disaster in which a Boeing 787 crashed and exploded moments after taking off. What the fuck? Oh, Salakia, man. I thought that the lesson cut off. Did it cut off? Okay, Khan. It didn't. Salakia, man. Exploded moments after taking off for London, killing at least 241 people. Now let's just stop there. Y'all already know where I'm about to go. I even want to get there gotta be some cross references for this. This is Zephaniah 3 and verse 5. The just Yahweh is in the midst thereof. He will not do iniquity. Every morning doth he bring his judgment to light. He faileth not, but the unjust knoweth no shame. I have cut off the nations, their towers are desolate. I made their streets waste, that none passeth by. Their cities are destroyed, so that there is no man, that there is none inhabitant. And you know, this is the Lord. This is in all caps. This is the Heavenly Father Yahweh saying this. I said, surely thou will fear me. Thou will receive instruction, so their dwelling should not be cut off. Howsoever, I punished them, but they rose early and corrupted all their doings. Therefore wait ye upon me, saith Yahweh, until the day that I rise up to the prey. For my determination is to gather the nations, that I may assemble the kingdoms, to pour upon them mine indignation, even all my fierce anger. For all the earth shall be devoured with the fire of my jealousy. For then will I turn the people a pure language, that they may all call upon the name of Yahweh to serve him with one consent. So the Lord is pouring out his wrath onto the world, man. He's bringing forth mass. Like I said, what do I say in my lessons whenever I do a report on this? I said, do not be surprised when you see these mass casualties in the news start to become more and more constant and more consistent. Don't be surprised. Because remember, we've been telling y'all this. All right, I know what I'm going to get after this, but I want to continue reading. Police said Vishwash Kumar Ramesh, 40, suffered relatively minor injuries and jumped out of an emergency exit next to his seat after Thursday's crash in the western city of Ahmedabad. His brother, Ajay, who was also on the plane, is missing and presumed dead. His family say he has no recollection of how he escaped. There were 242 passengers and crew on board flight AI-171 to Gatwick when it plunged into the accommodation block of Medical College, where it is feared more people also died. Air India confirmed 241 people on board had died. Hold on. What is this talking about location thing? Air India confirmed 241 people on board had died, saying it offered its deepest condolences to their families. Police said more than 240 people had been killed, revising an earlier death toll of 294, because I do remember seeing that 294. The cause of the disaster is not yet clear. 53 British nationals were on the flight, and UK officials are being sent to India to support the investigation, the Air Accidents Investigation Branch said. So 53 British nationals. And you know India is in tensions right now with Pakistan, which that also is what's the word? A conflict that has been brewing for years as well. Mr. Ramesh, the sole passenger known to have survived, told local media 30 seconds after takeoff there was a loud noise and then the plane crashed. It all happened so suddenly, so quickly. Like I said, it wasn't just know this, man. There is no such thing as coincidences, right? The Lord is controlling all of these things, everything that happens on earth. Everything. Deuteronomy 32 and 39. See now that I am he, and there is no God with me. I kill and I make alive. I wound and I heal. Neither is there any that can deliver out of my hand. For I lift up my hand to heaven and say, I live forever. If I wet my glittering sword and in my hand take hold on judgment, I will render vengeance to my enemies and will reward them that hate me. Right? So all of those people who perished, they must have hated the Lord. As a reason, what is that? Proverbs 8:32. 8:36. But he that sinneth against me wrongeth his own soul. All that hate me love death. And that last part always cracks me up, man, because it's so straightforward that you can't deny it. It's saying it right there. Let's read it again. But he that sinneth against me wrongeth his own soul. All they that hate me love death. So the Lord is telling you, you hate me? Oh, okay. I'll get you up out of here quick. Yeah, I see those Israelis are still slaying blood. I was about to pull up something else. I know what it is. Like I was saying, man, the Lord controls all of these things under the sun. This is Daniel 4:17. This matter is by the decree of the watchers, and the man by the word of the holy ones, to the intent that the living may know that the Most High ruleth in the kingdom of men, and giveth it to whomsoever he will, and setteth up over it the basest of men. This is Esau Edom's kingdom. But the Lord is controlling all of these things that go on. This is 2 Peter 2 and verse 8. For the righteous man dwelling among them and seeing and hearing vex his righteous soul from day to day with their unlawful deeds. That's how we feel right now. We can't stand being around these wicked ass niggas and wicked people. It's vexing to us, right? It's this first and foremost is an abomination, right? As the reason in scriptures, man, a wicked man is an abomination to a just man, and vice versa, right? Even though we're not just men, we're striving to be just men. The Lord knoweth how to deliver the godly out of temptations, and to reserve the unjust unto the day of judgment to be punished. So that's all that's happened, man. Unjust people that were punished, that experienced judgment that day from the Lord. They felt the true wrath and power and might of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua. That's a long man. All right, it's okay. We're gonna go ahead and read this, and I'm gonna try and see about some updates. When I got up, there were bodies all around me. I was scared. I stood up and ran. There were pieces of the plane all around me. Someone grabbed hold of me and put me in an ambulance and brought me to the hospital, he said. Man, they was making that nigga walk down the street. Mr. Ramesh has a wife and a son in the UK. Outside the family home and... Hold on. All right, I just have to make sure this thing is actually recording because it keep on going in and out. So, Mr. Ramesh has a wife and son in the UK outside the family home in Leicester. His other brother, Nayan Kumar Ramesh, 27, said, "We are all devastated and in a state of shock at the moment. Even though one of my brothers survived, my other one is missing." You mean the other one is dead. Both of them were happy coming back to the UK. They were in India for personal reasons. I want to see my brother in hospital. We are going over there as soon as possible tomorrow. No one from the British government has been in contact yet. I wonder why, because they Edomites. Describing his brother, he added, "We would do everything together and go everywhere together. There are no words that can describe him as a human being. He is one of the nicest guys ever. You can ask anyone and they would..." Okay. Nayan said his older brother video called their father after the disaster and said, "Oh, the planes crashed. I don't know where my brother is. Okay. These are photos. Okay. All right, it says, photographs taken after the incident showing debris from the plane scattered around the area, including parts of the fuselage tail, and landing gear embedded in the BJ Medical College building. It is the first fatal accident for the Boeing Dreamliner, which began flying commercially in 2011. The aircraft involved in Thursday's crash was delivered to Air India in January 2014, so it's a little over 10 years old. It took off from Ahmedabad airport at 1:39. After issuing a Mayday call, it crashed in the residential neighborhood of Magani Nagar. Video images from the city show plumes of smoke pouring from the wreckage of the plane, with firefighters seeking to douse the charred remains of buildings impacted by the crash. Pieces of the aircraft's landing gear. Yep, I already read that. Let's see. Air India chairman Natarajan Chandrasekaran described the incident as a tragic accident and a devastating event. No, it wasn't. It was not an accident, and it was not tragic. It says Proverbs 28 and verse 4. They that forsake the law praise the wicked, but such as keep the law contend with them. Evil men understand not judgment, but they that seek Yahweh understand all things. They don't understand judgment. They don't realize that it's judgment from the Lord. They think this is tragic. No, the Lord bring forth judgment daily, man. We read that. The airline has gained a poor reputation for delays and cancellations in recent years, racking up billions of pounds in losses, but has been undergoing a turnaround since being bought from the Indian government by the Tata Group in January 22. King Charles said he was desperately shocked by the incident, and Buckingham Palace said he was being kept updated on the situation. India plane crash. Air India flight to Gatwick crashes shortly after takeoff. Prime Minister Sir Keir Starmer said the UK was in consistent constant contact with Indian authorities. I think it is important for all friends and family to contact the Foreign Office so we can roll this out as quickly as possible. But it is an ongoing investigation, he said. I'll take some time. But our hearts. Our hearts and our thoughts are absolutely with the friends and families of all those affected who are going to be absolutely devastated by this awful news. Yeah, okay, Esau. And they say they put out a SOS alert. Air India flight crash, killing over 200. Let's see what the update is from the New York Times. Salaki. The London-bound Boeing Dreamliner went down moments after takeoff in Ahmedabad. All right, the victims included. Yep. Looking like it's about the same stuff. It says a senior police official in Ahmedabad, Vishakha Dabra said early on Friday that 269 bodies have been taken to the main hospital there so far. The lone Air India crash survivor told his family, "I don't know how I'm alive," said the Lord. The plane crashed into a medical college. Yep. So it's looking like the update is more so looking like 260 some people, maybe. So that's the update, man. Lord willing, this lesson was edifying to those out there listening and watching. We'll close it off there. Call halal Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakakodash. Double blessings and honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone once again who told me this truth through the spirit and power of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. And until next time, I say Shalom, Israel. Shalom, and as always, we're one day close to the kingdom, man. Shalom.